Have you ever wondered what happens when an NBA player loves anime?
No? Well, make sure you stick around to the end of the video to find out. It only feels right that we start the video off with the hero of the story, Naruto. Right off the bat, I'm noticing a lot of yellow. From what I do remember of the very little I watched, Naruto wore orange, and these are just reminding me of Goku's blonde hair.
The yellow on the Zion ones, these ones are inspired by Naruto, not on his normal mode. This is off pretty much the end of the story. Spoiler alerts if you've not seen it yet. The yellow is actually his QB mode. That's where he's fully mastered the power he has with the Ninetales, which is called Kurama. The black dots all around the shoe is when he actually gets to Sage of Six Paths power. So these are called the Truth-Seeking Orbs, which him and Sasuke do both get at the end of the show, which they use against the main villain. That's why there is a lot of yellow and orange, because that is how he looks at the end. In my opinion, they took a bit of inspiration from Dragon Ball with the Super Saiyan. It was like a Super Saiyan mixed with Naruto, and even the Jumpman, as you can see there, is in orange. The little bit at the back is the symbol he has. This shoe's actually got a lot of nods to the anime, which I think is really good for an NBA player to just straight up come up, say, I love anime and I want to make some shoes based around it.
It's super dope when any athlete comes out with their what they are passionate about besides the sport they do.
Yes, because a lot of them, I'm sure there's more, but anime has just recently sort of become a mainstream thing where everyone's happy to talk about. But a few years back, no one was this comfortable talking about how much they love anime. But you've known me a long time. I've always talked about anime. It was a huge part of me growing up, and I'll never be embarrassed of things I enjoy and my passion. Seeing an NBA player come out and actually make a shoe, I just had to get them. These ones are not your favourite, are they?
No, I was actually going to say, as cool as that is, and everything that you've just told me is awesome, even if I only stood half of it, I like the other one so much more.
Like any good story, a hero to become a hero, there needs to be a villain.
Very well then. Shall we get started?
What better way to represent this rivalry of the hero against the villain than by releasing the shoe all made after the villain?
These are so cool, bro. From everything, from the different, you know, from the polar opposites. It's almost like a yin and yang type vibe.
Funny you should mention that. That is the whole Sage of Six Paths power.
Oh, really?
Sasuke and Naruto each got a piece of the yin and yang. They both have different powers, but when combined, it becomes full circle. These ones are, many people thought they would be, again, released for Sasuke, but actually these are the Uchiha Madara ones, which is not the last villain of the show, but it's just before, and it's actually probably one of my second favourite characters of the show. The detail that's gone into the shoe, you can see the Truth-Seeking Orbs all the way around this shoe, as he also got the Sage of Six Powers path, the power, and it also shows onto the other shoe because his power wasn't complete, so it wasn't in balance. And he did learn to control it, and this is where he came up with his whole plan with the Sharingan. There is one thing in this shoe that you like, that to me, it's just where this fell a bit short.
Is that the red thing on the tongue?
That is the red thing on the tongue. So as you guys can see there, this is the representation of his plan, which if you look at the moon, it actually has a Sharingan mixed with the Rinnegan, which community call the Sharingan. However, this one on the shoe hasn't got the Tomoe, which was my only little gripe with this one shoe, which it should have the little black eyes all the way around, as you guys will be able to see on screen. Apart from that, I really like the shoes, and again, just because of how I am, being different on each foot, it's just me. Definitely. And with it being anime, it's just amazing. I really like this shoe.
This one's super dope. I love this shoe to pieces, and it's funny because everything you described to me about these characters in this show and in this anime does feel a lot of representation of what Zion plays like on the court. He's very powerful, he's very determined, and he's a very strong player. So it kind of makes sense that this is the anime he would choose for his silhouette.
It's a very iconic anime, and it's all about how Naruto struggled. No one acknowledged him. He was alone. His parents died at a very young age. He was an orphan. He had to work hard for everything. And then he met his friend Sasuke, and those of you guys that do know how the story goes, if not, Sasuke turned evil to turn against the village and going through the whole lot. So the whole story of the underdog coming from absolutely nowhere to being one of the strongest in the whole of the shinobi world, which is, to me, still Sasuke is the strongest, but you know, we won't get into that. The anime you grew up with to then go into the shoes that you grew up with, and then here we are both together talking about Jordans with an actual anime shoe now.
Definitely, and I think it definitely speaks to everything you just said, speaks to what Jordan Brand is about, being the underdog and being, you know, constantly having to prove your worth and show who you are. I've got to say, I definitely love this shoe even more now that I know a bit more about it. This is a phenomenal story.
They are fairly comfy, to be fair. They're not the comfiest out there, I'm not going to lie to you. They are quite comfy. I could wear them all day and not have my feet aching or anything. So.
I tried them on before the video, before we started shooting, and it's definitely a shoe I might look to want to hoop in for sure.
Yeah, I am looking at getting a normal pair of Zions for when we go hoop.
I love the support. There's very strong support around the ankle, which is great because I'd be rolling my ankle way too much.
Yeah, so it's especially this outer sole bit here. It's just when you actually put your foot down, there is this all extra support on the side of the shoe, which is just really comfy. And I can imagine these being really nice to actually play ball in.
Yeah,
unlike,
for sure.
Jordan 1 or Jordan 4 sort of shoe.
Definitely.
So I'm definitely going to be picking up a pair of these to hoop in. If you guys did like the video, make sure you drop a like. It really helps out. It shows us some love. Also, make sure to check out our latest video,
all our shorts, and also don't forget to check out the TikTok page.
And a massive shout out to Vandal again. Thank you for everything. And if you made it this far into the video, make sure you comment down below, talk Nujutsu.